At the NBA draft, the Lakers play the long game while the Clippers look for anyone young and healthy. 3 UCLA Bruins allegedly get to move on to play in the NBA, allegedly. And Chris Paul is off the table for both LA teams. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. It is June 23rd, 2023, and I want to start off with an apology. I am currently working in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tornadoes ravaged the place a couple of days ago, knocked out the power. No power, no Wi-Fi. So my clip didn't post until maybe an hour and a half before the NBA draft yesterday. I apologize for that. Hopefully God will be a little kinder to the folks of Tulsa today. If you like being in the know about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. We have so much to talk about. That's why I'm talking fast. Now, before we go through the news and notes, a look at the scoreboard. There were no games involving LA teams yesterday. However, today, the dreadfully corrupt Houston Astros are in town to play the Dodgers at 7. Emmett Sheehan is on the mound for the Dodgers, 0-0, no ERA. Recall, he pitched 6 no-hit innings in his Major League debut last week. He'll face off against J.P. France, 2-2 with a 3.42 ERA. Dallas is in town to play the Sparks in WNBA action at 7. LA has a 3-game losing streak. But let's get to the NBA draft and all the side stories that involved LA sports. Look, I want to be real with you. There are hundreds of college basketball teams. There are teams all over this green and blue pebble that's spinning out in orbit. I would be lying to you if I said I knew who was going to succeed, that I knew this was going to be an amazing pick, right? The NBA draft is a massive crapshoot. I would say even more so than the NFL draft. So all I can do for you is be honest with you, give you the reviews for the draft picks that came for the Lakers, came for the Clippers, came from UCLA, and we all draw our own conclusions. And by the way, there's also additional news with the Clippers that we have to get to. But we're going to start off with the Lakers. They drafted higher than anybody else. At number 17, they took Jalen Hood-Schifino, a point guard from Indiana. So, again, I mentioned it up top, the Lakers are playing the long game. Hood-Schifino fits that description. He's described as a nice role player from CBS. He's described as mature and physical from an NBA scout. But when you start getting to the teens, we're talking about players that also have flaws. Hood-Schifino can't blow past people. His strength is the pick and roll. His strength is the mid-range game, right? You get a pick and roll, theoretically, either you or your teammate gets an open shot if it's run correctly. That's where he excels. He doesn't have speed, which means he has trouble creating his own shot. He has mixed reviews. One reporter from The Athletic referred to him as one of the most overrated players in the draft. Another, however, same news outlet says that if the Lakers could teach this guy how to sink three-pointers, particularly spot-up three-pointers, he's going to be very valuable to the team. Now, they don't need him or their other pick to play right away. Recall, you have LeBron. You have Anthony Davis. You had all of those players that were acquired at the trade deadline. This pick is similar to the pick the Lakers had last year when they took Max Christie in the second round. Christie didn't play a lot for the Lakers as a rookie. He bounced up and down between the Lakers and the G League. It would not surprise me to see Hood-Schifino not play a lot of quality minutes for the Lakers this season. Then the Lakers come back in the second round with Maxwell Lewis, a small forward from Pepperdine, with the 40th pick. They acquired that pick in a trade from Denver. CBS Sports says that this guy could be a steal in the second round because he is a long, rangy wing who attacks. He's 6'6". But again, you're talking about the second round. Other people said he had glaring deficiencies, particularly on defense. Nobody denies he can shoot. Everybody loves the fact that he can shoot. But he's going to wind up giving up a lot of points as well. So again, project, someone to work with. The Clippers' first pick came at number 30. They took Kawhi Brown, a small forward from Missouri. The Clippers wound up taking 2 small forwards. And I think there's a reason for that. If we back away from the draft for just a moment, Kawhi Leonard had a so-called cleanup procedure in his right knee on June 6th. Now, if you recall, the man had his anterior cruciate ligament in the same knee repaired back in 2021. Damn near cost him 2 years. They say that Leonard will be ready by training camp. But so what, right? If you think about it, Kawhi Leonard hasn't played more than 60 regular season games since 2017. Craziness. So again, back to the Clippers draft. Kawhi Brown with the 30th pick out of Missouri. He is described by Fox Sports as strong and versatile, physical. He's a bit slow, but he still makes a lot of plays defensively. The question for him is, can he shoot? Now, you're going to read other reviews about him that said, oh my God, he put up so many points as a senior. And that's true. He was sinking 45% of his shots in Missouri as a senior. But his combined underclassmen years, he was sinking them at 20 to 25%. So has he solved his shooting problems, or was he just simply on a hot streak for a couple of months? We don't know. We don't know. He does have physical attributes that make him suitable not only to be a small forward, but to be a backup power forward. Yes, he's only 6'7", but his wingspan is 7'1". So yes, he provides a lot of those physical numbers things about height, weight, etc. that you like to see. But has he solved his shooting problems? The Clippers then came back in the second round and picked Jordan Miller, a small forward out of Miami. Very productive wing with the Hurricanes. They described him, a bunch of scouts described him as somebody who reminds them of Terrence Mann. If you look at the Clippers roster, they were lacking a point guard. They were lacking a backup center. A lot of the Clippers are just literally the same type of athlete, 6'7" to 6'9". It doesn't surprise anybody that they're choosing people in the 6'7" to 6'9" range. So yeah, he's a cutter, he can spot up shoot, he can play defense, but at this moment, don't get your hopes up. He's probably going to wind up playing as a two-way contract, meaning G League with a little bit of NBA mixed in. By the way, there's one other Clippers note that absolutely has to be brought up. The LA Times is reporting that the New York Knicks called the Clippers and inquired about Paul George. To which I say, so what? So what? I could call you and ask for a night with your girlfriend. It doesn't mean you're saying yes. That doesn't make it a hot take, a hot trade rumor. Tell me what the Knicks have to offer for Paul George. Because from where I'm sitting, it ain't that much. Right? You get rid of Paul George, the Clippers are toast for years because they don't have a lot of draft capital. Kawhi Leonard is often injured, and these two guys that I just mentioned are not immediate starters. You would have to just blow the Clippers away to make them get rid of Paul George. They're not stupid. So teams are calling other teams all the time. All the time. Doesn't mean there's a trade that's coming soon. Meanwhile, for UCLA, 3 players are gone into the NBA draft. Jaime Jaquez Jr. went to Miami at pick number 18, and most of the analysts love this pick. I love this pick. Who doesn't love this pick if you watch the NBA? Look, the Miami Heat does not have a fan base, but they do have a culture. Absolutely. A very distinct culture based on smarts and work ethic. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. fits that to a T. Absolutely. Now, he reportedly needs to shoot better, but I believe in this pick because his basketball IQ is off the charts. A bunch of executives and scouts say that the guy plays his ass off. That guy fits the Miami Heat. By the way, a Pac-12 coach called him a matchup nightmare. So I'm not necessarily sure that he's an offensive liability, as some scouts would have you believe. 2 Bruins went in round 2. Amari Bailey goes to Charlotte at pick number 41. This is a value pick for Charlotte in the upside. There were people who questioned Charlotte's draft. Maybe it was a bad draft. What do I know? But you put Amari Bailey to learn alongside LaMelo Ball or Brandon Miller, make him kind of a sub at the early part of his career who could jump in for either one of those guys. Yeah, I like that idea. It's a possible steal, according to The Athletic. If you give Amari Bailey a season or 2 to adjust, remember, he was supposed to be lightning in a bottle for the Bruins. The first half of the college basketball season, you didn't hear a lot from him. Second half, he took off. You give him a couple of seasons to develop, and he has the makings of a potentially long, productive pro career. But, and this is something he has to work through, according to NBA scouts, his instinct is to over-dribble. Not a perfect player. Could have benefited, in my opinion, by staying at UCLA, but that's spilled milk for the Bruins right now. Jalen Clark got taken by the Minnesota Timberwolves at 53. Everybody says the same thing about him. Elite defender. But can he play any offense whatsoever? He shoots so bad, according to a scout, that other teams might not even guard him. If you can teach him to shoot, the pick will be absolutely worth it. If not, he's going to the G League. Straight and simple. We mentioned Kawhi Leonard. We mentioned Paul George. Here's the thing that we also should know about the NBA. Chris Paul is not coming to the Lakers or the Clippers. He's not. All of those hot takes that you heard, oh my God, Brian Windbag of ESPN, the Clippers are the front runners for Chris Paul. It's going to be happening. It's inevitable. Wrong, wrong, wrong. He's going to the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors sent Jordan Poole to Washington to go get him. So be it. Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman believes that the rotation with the Double-A Tulsa Drillers is the best minor league rotation he's seen. They are all flamethrowers. All of them. But whose fastball among those 6 starting pitchers is the slowest? Would you believe it if I told you it's Emmett Sheehan, the guy who had his major league debut for LA last week? Yeah. Now, before you think this guy throws nothing but junk, his fastball tops out at 99 miles an hour. So that's still heat. He is just bringing it. He's actually embarrassed over the fact that he can't crack 100. Now, Sheehan, though, did reach the big leagues after just 39 minor league appearances. So, yeah, he has a future. And oh, by the way, what also should convince you that he has a future is he is receptive to coaching. Quote, I'm a curious guy and they love to explain stuff, unquote. So this is a match for the Dodgers. Now, I want to preface this by saying the following take is premature about the Dodgers. There is a belief that the Dodgers bullpen is starting to work it out. Let's not go there just yet. Let's not do that just yet. But they have found something for the entire bullpen that works. Bitching. Started happening last week after the blowout loss to San Francisco. They all got together in a room, and one at a time, they just start getting up and they start bitching. Like a room full of Dennis Learys, one rant after another, right? And then what happens? They do it again on Wednesday. What happens later on Wednesday? They pitched 9 shutout innings against the Angels. So, is bitching about life the solution for pitching woes? Walker Buehler posted a video of a bullpen session out at Camelback Ranch in Arizona. Now, granted, it is a clip. And I'm going to be honest with you. You can't learn a whole hell of a lot from a bleeping clip, right? But it does mark progress from his Tommy John surgery. The fact that he's willing to show that he's pitching again. Doesn't mean his fastball is there. It doesn't mean his breaking ball is major league level. It means he's being able to pitch without pain. He said it felt good. LA finally traded reliever Tyler Scott to the Boston Red Sox for cash. Rob Booker, the number 26 tight end in the nation, a 3-star recruit from some small town in Wisconsin with a goofy name, has decommitted from the Wisconsin Badgers. He's coming to UCLA in the class of 2024. He said he wanted to because he loves Chip Kelly's offense. He remembers that Chip Kelly coached Zach Ertz when Kelly was coaching in the NFL, and that the offense therefore produces yards and numbers for tight ends. The Rams, by the way, have signed 4th-round draft pick Stetson Bennett, the former Georgia quarterback. It is a 4-year deal, which means it'll expire when he's 143 years old. That is an old dude coming out of college. That dude loved him some Georgia Kagers, I would imagine. So yeah, super old rookie, gets his 4-year deal, and on top of that, an AARP card. The Rams, by the way, have 5 draft picks left to sign. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about the Lakers or Clippers draft, or for that matter, which UCLA prospect is going to surprise, if any. Let me know what you think about the Dodgers rotation. And oh, by the way, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We are talking LA sports every single day here. Thanks for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.